Hey, Ella.
Hey RC, how are
We
you?
good. We have to stop running into each other like this.
I know. What are the
What
chances?
are the chances of that? That's crazy. It's good to see everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I was great to see all of you during the update. If you're not familiar with it, if you're in our Discord server, which by the way, if you're new to this, to our streams and our community, I'm RC Helix. I'm the creator of Flux Fantasy and Flux Destiny. It's my right hand here, Ella, who's with me, who runs the community and does all our writing commissions and design the mechanics for Flux Fantasy, and is just all around an amazing person. And uh, if you're new here, right now you can get into our Discord server for free. Normally during normal times it's closed and you have to like buy a book or something to get in there. But right now during our Flux Fantasy Fest, we open it up to let new people in to come kind of dip their toes in. So if you want to bring your friends in or check out the community, we have a bunch of awesome people. We already see them in the chat here who are part of our group. So go check out the link in the description of the YouTube channel, of the YouTube video, so that you could get in while you can. Uh, it's the last. This is the last event for Flux Fantasy Fest May MiniCon. So we're so excited that you guys. I hope you guys had a great time. I hear the mixer was pretty crazy yesterday. I heard we had a pretty big mixer. Ella was like giving me updates, telling me it was pretty awesome, and I hope you guys had a great time with that. The other thing I want to tell you is that stick around, because you'll want to stick around to the end of this event, because we're going to preview something really cool that's coming up, a special project we've been teasing that's happening really soon. And Ella's worked very hard on this, and she put together a quick little teaser for it. And so at the end of this little game session we're going to do to close out tonight, we're going to play the trailer for you so you guys can see it. So you want to make sure you stick around for that. Am I missing anything, Ella?
Do you want to talk about the birthday thing just real quick
Oh,
before
right.
we get started?
So it's Kazuo's birthday this week on the 22nd, and we're running a birthday raffle for him. And we're giving away one of his. If you're familiar with Kazuo, he's got this like third eye shirt. It's a gray shirt with this like giant eye on it. We're giving one of those away, and it's really high quality. It's like the quality of what Ella's wearing. The Destiny is Yours shirt. If you were part of our Kickstarter, you got those shirts as part of it. So if you're a Kazuo fan and you wanna just send some love for his birthday, you can go check out the raffle. And obviously, like any raffle, the more tickets you buy, the more chances you get. And on his birthday, we're gonna spin the wheel, and just like we did for Hugo's birthday, and you'll get a chance. We'll select the winner of the T-shirt. So that's gonna be awesome. We're really excited
And
about that.
you get a fun little fortune back from Kazuo. If you send in a question, then he'll give you a little fortune back based on your question.
Be sure to enter your question in. So if you buy a raffle ticket, there is a little space to ask a question. And if you ask a question, he will send you back when we send these back from him, because he's going to personalize each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll send you back your fortune card, and it'll have a fortune answered for you. So he's going to read your future for you. So be sure to ask your question, and don't miss that what do you call it? That little field in there.
Yeah, the raffle will end on Thursday, which is his birthday. So make sure you get them in before that date. Otherwise, you'll miss out on this birthday raffle for Cosmo, and you'll have to wait a whole year, and that would be sad. So make sure you
And
don't wait.
And I think one last thing is that the Demon Hugo artwork is premiering to the public tomorrow, and
Mm-hmm.
so we'll be putting that out, and you'll be able to get prints and everything for it. There will be a variation of it called the Blue Devil Hugo. That's going to be an adoptable later this week, and so we're really excited to release that. It's going to be a lot of fun for that. But I think it's time to play games now, Ella. This is something that so this game is called. So what we're doing tonight. Oh, before I do that, is there anything else before I get into
I think
business?
that's it.
Okay, okay. Um, this game is something that Ella put a lot of work into. So, like I said, she designs all our games here. So she actually wrote and designed this whole game. This is one of our single player games, and with Flux Fantasy, we like to make sure that you have like different your different moods covered. So for example, we've got Flux Fantasy itself, our TTRPG, which is like our big grand, RPG that we have official game nights for that you can join. If you buy the core rule book, you get a free game night, by the way. If you and you can try those out. I have a link below on the screen. You can see shop.fluxdestiny.com. That's where you can go check out the core rule book and all bunch of other Flux Fantasy related stuff that you can buy. And you can also download the character creator guide for free from there too. But when you buy the core rulebook, you get a free pass to Lunar Showdown, which is a 2-night game that you can. Normally, you'd have to either have a game pass or pay for a game pass to go in, but you get it for free when you do that. But the one player game is in a set of a number of games. So we've got the big TTRPG Flux Fantasy. We've got Flux Fantasy Slice, which is our no roll. Yeah, the slice. It's supposed to be slice of life. It's not supposed to be like slicing and killing people. Just to be clear, but it's our no roll RPG. So it's just meant to have fun, to bring your OCs into scenarios, your Flux OCs into scenarios and have fun with them. We've had some pretty awesome success with it. Everyone's really having a great time, and we're already on the next set of games for it. and it's just meant to be casual and fun, so you don't have to worry about rules and dice and things like that. But there are some fun mechanics to it that come with it. So be sure to check those out. And then obviously these one-player games, these are meant to be kind of like choose your own adventure. Like you take your OC and you go play with your character sheet, and you just have a good time with one player game. And obviously there's different endings, so you can keep replaying it over and over. We had a bunch of people get this game. They've really had a good time with it. It's pretty highly rated, so we're pretty excited about that. So we wanted to show that off to you guys tonight with it. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that's it. You set it up perfectly.
Awesome. And I think that and secondly, before we get into the game, if you're new here and you're kind of like figuring out where to start, if you check below, there is below links.fluxdestiny.com. That takes you to everything, like our whole community, all our socials, all the important things are in there. So go check that out. And you can follow all our socials and find all our stores and everything you need in there. And then one last time, I'm going to say this before we get started. Be sure, if you're not in our Discord community, this is your last chance to get in during its open door period during Flux Fantasy. So check out the link in the description of this video, and there's an invite to get you in. And like I said, normally you'd have to buy something to get in, because we like to keep the community. We have a really, really awesome community, and we've worked very hard to create like a fun, non-toxic environment for people to just have a good time and get away from the real world. And normally there's a barrier there to get in, but right now it's down until the end of this stream, and then we're gonna close it down. So be sure to jump in there. And finally, again, make sure that you wait to the end. Stick with us this whole time, because we're gonna show a special trailer for a project that's gonna premiere in just a couple of weeks for Flux Destiny. So I'm ready if you are, Ella.
I am too. I got all zoomed in. I'm like weirdly.
She's
I don't know what
locked in.
happened.
She's locked in.
I'm locked in. It won't matter when we're in bubbles anyway.
Oh, you're zoomed in. Oh, that's true.
Like, look at me.
Notice.
Like, I'm like.
Yeah, you're super. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. We were having issue earlier, as always. Whenever I'm trying to like play with, like, we're switching screens and everything, and then suddenly, like, I must have done something and zoomed into her by accident.
Hold on, let me try to switch my camera. I'm gonna go like face forward for a second. So I'm gonna look.
Oh, okay. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh,
I can just move closer. See? Yeah, I can just move closer.
And then back. Now am I back to normal? No, I'm not.
It didn't switch. It didn't switch.
I'm very serious. Now you get to look at me very seriously.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to switch over to the game now. Let's do this. 1 second. See if I'm doing this right. All right. So this is where you get what you're greeted with. Let me make sure you guys can see it. Okay. Hold on. Let me move it a little bit so that our faces are not over it.
Especially not my giant face.
Okay, hold on. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Okay, now I think we're ready. Okay, so in this game, we, you bring your OC in, so you got to have your character sheet, and I need to get my Hugo character sheet. Hold on a second. I totally forgot to have it ready. I've got it here. 1 second.
So that is true. So these one-player games, they're a lot of fun, and they are meant to be like something that you kind of just do on your own. You take, and if you want this to be a part of your canon adventure, it can be. The rules in this game are a little bit different than the rules in our slice games or our other games. Because basically in these games, the rolling is a lot more simple. It's just sort of an honor system. You roll what you can. I've got a dice somewhere around here for RC. Actually, or he can roll for himself.
I got my dice right here. I
Oh,
got my
you've got a
dice.
dice?
I've
Okay,
got
so
my
then he's
dice.
gonna roll his own
I
dice.
am. I've got my own, and what's awesome about these dice is that they are um, gear themed. So we got like
Ooh, I like that a
I don't know if you
lot.
can see
That's
these.
perfect.
I don't think it'll zoom. I don't think it'll let you see it, but they're gear themed, so it's good.
Well, good. So
Let's
you've got
get
your
ready.
dice. And so this game, basically, what we're going to do is we're just going to play a little demo version of it. You can play your own version of this. Every time you go through, it'll be a little bit different. You can try to get all of the endings, or you can try to get the true ending, as we call it. And it's just sort of supposed to be a fun adventure. You could take items from this game that you win and use them in the rest of Flux Fantasy. So that's sort of the fun part is here. So yeah, let's just go through it and let's get started. There's some
Okay.
intro parts, so we're just gonna kind of jump through those.
Okay. So, yep, we're gonna move forward. Then this is just gonna explain the rules of the game for you.
We know
So
the rules of the
we
game.
we know that we know the rules. So we're gonna go with it. Okay. And then it just explains, there's going to be times when you have to roll, and so it'll prompt you when it's time to roll.
You guys
Okay.
want Flux Fantasy themed dice? One day
One
soon.
day. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So, and then there's just some explanation about what Flux Destinies are in case you need a little refresher. And then let's go. All right. So I am going to pick my specialty. So my specialty is Hugo is an escape artist. So I'm going to pick escape artist.
And then the intro card,
And then
arcade
the
adventure.
intro.
Dun dun dun.
So dramatic. So dramatic. Jump in. All right. So I'm a new player. So if you have been playing this before, you can actually skip ahead to a checkpoint. But obviously, I'm starting fresh. So we're going to play as a new player.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me put up. I think I can put up Hugo on the side of the screen here because
Oh,
there's enough
totally.
room. Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
Hugo might die. He might die once.
He might.
Um, he might die once. We'll just keep going with it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll just go with it. Hold on. Let me see if I can put him up on the screen. No, there's Marco. Let me. Marco. Okay.
You're right, J Dragon. We should have had like bit music going.
Yeah, we should have. That's true. Hold on. I just want to add a little ambiance to the side here. Let me just drag him down, make him a little smaller so we can see everything. Okay, there. How's that? That's good. And we got Hugo here with us. All right.
Hugo's here. He already looks like a mess.
He's already a mess and he hasn't even started playing yet. Okay.
Okay.
So, intro. There's this old Flux Destiny in your neighborhood you used to visit all the time with your friends a few years back. The arcade was the place where you shared laughter, high scores, and some of your best memories. You've seen plenty since then, but this one always held a special place in your heart. Now it's set to collapse tomorrow morning. The place is roped off with caution tape, abandoned and forgotten. You're the only one around, and it's the middle of the night. You're standing at the edge, wondering if you should go back in just one more time, just to take a look around. So obviously Hugo is going to go in.
Okay. Go in. No one's around. You duck under the caution tape and walk up to the edge of the dream scene, the entrance to a new world. Unlike the newer Flux Destinies, you can't see the inside. It's just a blank black wall with a glowing blue outline of a door. Still, it pulls you in. You take a deep breath, and you step through the door into the Flux Destiny. Dun dun dun. Inside the Flux Destiny. From the dark street at midnight, you've stepped into a whole new world. You're at the entrance of a massive, empty arcade. One of the only light sources is the floor, dark purple with neon shapes shimmering and shifting beneath your feet. The whole place is space themed, with stars and constellations glowing faintly across the ceiling. A sign reads, "Welcome to the Far Star Arcade." All right. And now we're in the arcade lobby with Hugo. And so he's got kind of a couple of different choices here. So I'll read kind of the intro. So Hugo is in the lobby of the arcade. It branches off into different rooms. There's a neon bowling to the left. There's like a go-kart track to the right. And then straight ahead is the main arcade. But it's locked behind like a giant, like metal gate, that like you pull down when you're like locking something up, and it's like humming with this protective chemistry. Near it sits this like old vending machine that's like still kind of like flickering. You know how it does like bah, 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 bah. So it's still flickering, and it looks like it's still got a few useful items inside. And being here takes you back to your younger years, or I guess Hugo's, just a couple of years ago, because he probably went there pretty recently.
Okay. And so where is Hugo going to go?
Where do you think Hugo would
knowing
go?
knowing this kid, I would say that he's going to go to the go-karts. I'm going to say go-karts with it.
I think I think
What?
that you're probably right. He probably would just not even look around, and he'd just go straight over to the fast-paced race. Of course, he's gotta,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So the room is dimly lit by a few overhead lights. Several carts are lined up, ready to race down the tunnel and onto the track. What will Hugo do now? I mean, Hugo is pretty impulsive, so he's not going to just go in there and like leave. He's not like a coward, so I think he's going to. Obviously, he's gone there for the prize, so he's going to inspect the carts.
Okay, so he goes over to the carts, and the carts are sort of, like lined up. Have you ever done go-karts, RC?
I have.
I
I
have
love
too. I
go-karts.
actually love go-karts. I'm a big fan of go-karts. For some reason, it's very like my one impulsive thing is like
They,
go-karts. I really
they
love
are
it.
fun. They are really fun. Yeah.
They're really fun. So he goes up to these go-karts, and they're all lined up, but they don't seem like they're actually like working. They're made, they're not like made of Flux Destiny material, like they're actually there. It looks like they could be easily fixed. But maybe you can understand it, but maybe you can't. So is Hugo going to attempt to fix the carts?
Oh, absolutely. He's going to try to fix the carts. Like I think he's going to go when he gets his mind on something, he's going to do it, you know? So he's
Mm.
there and he's not going to just walk away from it. So um I think he's going to give it a shot.
Okay, so this is our first technique roll. So you're going to need to roll for you're going to need to roll a d20 and then add Hugo's technique
Okay.
uh, modifier to it. Which, if you make your character sheet, you'll see all of your modifiers and things that you can add to these rolls there. So, and
Yeah,
of
so
course, if you were a tinker, a machine user, a machine escape artist, or a clockbot, you would have automatically passed. But Hugo is unfortunately just a lowly clockwork user.
so just to show you, this is what Hugo's character sheet looks like. Just a real quick detour so you can see where I'm drawing from. This is the one I think that comes in Predestined. Is that the one that it comes in Predestined? No, not Predestined. This one comes in the which game does this one come in? The mainline series one. I forget which one you get.
The mainline one, that is just a Kickstarter exclusive.
Oh, the Kickstarter exclusive. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's you can kind of just get a preview of Hugo's character sheet here, and all of his info, just to show you that I'm like not making things up. This is actually coming from his character sheet. Okay, so let me get back to.
Trust me, Hugo having a +1 and aura is completely justified. I promise.
Are they mad about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so technique, but he has a pretty high technique, right? So he's +3.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna roll. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
15. Perfect. So
Yeah.
you're gonna hit successful because
Okay.
you smashed that.
Okay.
Okay. So you bend down and you are, putting wires in, and it looks like Hugo's time fixing toy cars was worth it when he was a kid, because it looks like the same. So a few wires are out of place. The whole thing is packed with karmistry. Luckily, your skills pay off, and with a few tweaks, the cart rumbles to life. The track ahead looks clear. Want to take the cart for a spin?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? This is where he's going to earn those extra aura points that that he's supposed to deserve, right? He's going to
Right.
earn them here. Okay, so heck yeah, he's going to do it. So let's
Heck
go.
yeah.
All right. As you jump into the cart, the tunnel ahead lights up with streaks of green and neon blue. A screen flickers to life, and a cartoon go-kart character pops up, waving like crazy. Welcome to Go Crazy Karts. Looks like we've got a solo racer today. This track's a race against yourself. Got all that? No? Too bad. Rev those engines. 3, 2, 1, go. Your cart launches forward before you even hit the pedal. You're instantly pinned to your seat as you rocket down the glowing path. The neon lights flash just ahead of you, giving you just enough time to react to the curves and turns. You handle them like a pro. Suddenly, the track splits into two paths. Overhead, two glowing signs appear. One shows a lion and a bear. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to the chat and let them choose this time.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm going to let you guys choose. So I'm going to say, you guys pick. Do you guys want to go to the lion path or the bear path? And I'll let you. Let's see.
And remember, this could be very dangerous. So fate is in your hands.
It's in your Hugo is in your hands right now. So I'll let you guys play. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see what the chat says, and then we'll go from there.
They're gonna doom him, but that's okay. You know.
Let's see. Lion, bear. Okay, we have two bears so far.
Lion, bear.
Okay, I think it's bear. Do you agree?
I think it's bear.
Okay, we're going bear.
Thinking about his cousin, no doubt.
That's right. Where is Ian when you need him? Okay, so you zip down the bear track and can't help but smile. Both sides of the track are lined with plush bear stuffed animals, stacked high like soft, fuzzy guardrails.
Aww.
Okay, we continue.
Okay, so you whip around the next bend, and yeah, the cart is definitely going faster. So as Hugo's in it, it's like revving up faster and faster. Hugo grips the wheel tighter, trying to stay in control. When you were younger, the track never felt this intense. Up ahead, the road splits into 3 different parts. Screens above each one flashing with the symbol: fire, water, earth. Quick, pick a track. Okay. So the options are fire, water, earth, or a 4th one, actually, slam on the brakes.
Let's say, okay, I gotta choose fast, and I'm doing a very bad job of it. Let's go with Earth. What do you think?
Earth?
Let's do Earth.
I think that's a good choice.
Okay, let's try it.
You zoom down the earth track. Jagged rocks jut out from the wall, floor, and ceiling. Suddenly, they launch forward, sharpening into deadly spikes. You swerve, trying to dodge the incoming barrage. So they're like rock spikes are coming at you from this tunnel that you're going down. And you need to pass a function threshold, which Hugo's function is not very good. So we'll see what happens.
So his function is 1. He's got a +1 function. I promise over time that's going to get better as he bulks up. So
okay. Sure it will. Sure. That's what he says.
Leave my son alone. Okay. So, all right, here we go. Rolling. I think that's I don't know if that's a 6 or a 9. It doesn't have a line. Oh.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay, it's a 6. I'm gonna 6.
6. Okay, so you are just successful.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't matter. I'm successful. Okay, cool. All right, we did it. Should have braked. I saw Entity saying that. Okay.
Maybe you should have. And maybe Hugo will replay this and he'll brake next time.
Okay. Because, yeah, this is one of those games that you can die and get sent all the way back. So you have to be careful with your choices.
We'll try not to kill Hugo.
We'll try.
And by the way, the dying in this game is just sort of for fun. It's just meant to be like, you don't have to actually kill your character.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so it's successful. Your instincts kick in. You swerve, and you swerve the cart hard and dodge the spikes like a pro. Guess all that time playing video games really paid off, Hugo. All right, so we continue.
Okay, the last few turns are wide. You're barely managing to steer. You must be hitting top speed. You shoot into a dark tunnel, completely black. Neon lights lining the track just enough to keep you from crashing. Suddenly, the right wall glows green and the left wall glows red. What are you going to do? Do nothing? Move to the right side of the track or move to the left side of the track?
Okay, I need to turn to the chat again because I'm like nervous. I'm gonna kill my son in this process. So I'm gonna you guys A, B, or C. A, B, or C. You guys pick. We've got do nothing or dodge left or right. So I'm gonna leave it to the chat to put in your thoughts.
Green.
Do
says
nothing.
Eddie.
I'll let Ella tell me what she thinks is the
left. Accept your fate and do nothing. I'm a righty, right? J Dragon is new. I feel like we should do what the
J Dragon. Give J Dragon. Hey, J Dragon. Okay, we're gonna go with J Dragon to welcome them in. All right, so it was right. Is that what J Dragon chose? Okay, move to the right.
Fingers crossed.
Okay.
Right side of the track. You trust the green light and steer to the right. A few moments later, you feel a dark wall rush past you just inches from your left side. If you hadn't moved, you would have slammed right into it.
Oh, what good luck. This is a good omen. J Dragon, you made a right choice, it looks like. All right, we continue. Okay.
All right. You exit the tunnel and the cart starts to slow down on its own. You roll across a checkered flag line and finally come to a stop. Above you, a giant screen lights up with your time. You placed first in a race against yourself. At the bottom of the screen, a message appears. Track modified by Justin Nature, age 14. So that's why it felt so different. Some kid has come in and reworked the whole thing. You step off the cart a little shaky. If some random kid could modify the track, maybe you could too. So what do you want to do? Do you want to continue on your adventure or do you want to take the time to try to modify the track?
Chat, I'm gonna let you guys choose again. What do you guys think? Ella, you tell me what they want to do. I'm gonna pick some, I'm gonna let you guys pick some.
This is a collaborative community.
Collaborative community, right.
You guys chose good with the... Oh, Malice saying leave, Entity saying modify, leave it alone. Some people really want Hugo dead. Modify, modify, modify. God. Leave it.
Okay, so what is the... No, don't kill him. Modify. All right, you tell me, Ella, what's the consensus you think?
I think that the consensus is modify. I think they want you to modify the track.
All right. Okay, we're going to modify the track. Hugo would do that, probably. Okay. You sit down and crack open the gears of the track, determined to make it your own again. Hours slip by as Hugo carefully rebuilds it, just the way he remembered it from years ago. Suddenly, Hugo glances up and realizes time's out. He bolts for the exit, heart racing. As he leaves the Flux Destiny, a wave of regret hits him. He got too caught up and it's gone. Collapsed. Along with all its secrets still trapped inside. Oh.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, that's the end. Does he want to go back inside? Because we can do go back to a check mark.
Okay, so do I click the end?
You could click the end or reload. You can reload the page and it'll take you back to the beginning.
Okay. Oh.
So I guess he'll never figure out what happened at the end of the track. Because let's take a different route and see if something else happens.
Okay.
See, so that's kind of the beauty of it. So he technically lost. It is one ending. He didn't die, which is good. He did escape. Um,
He escaped,
but
but like missed the whole chance to explore the arcade. He can
well,
die.
now he can die.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so let's go to the so escape artist. Okay, we're gonna jump back in,
and
and
then
then
go to the oh, did you already go past the checkpoint part?
this is the checkpoint right here, arcade
Oh,
lobby.
yeah, go to the arcade lobby. That'll be a good. That's the opening.
Okay, then we're gonna go. Do we go a different way, or you want me to go karts again?
No, if you go down the go karts, you're gonna have to take the same path. I think you
Okay,
gotta try something new now.
okay.
Um,
So which way? Which way do you guys want me to go? Or do you want me to go to the? Should we try approaching the gate, Ella?
you can. I think it might be worth it.
Okay, let's try approaching the gate. Let's do that.
You didn't figure out all the secrets that you needed to, so it might be hard to get into the gate. But maybe there's other things around.
Okay.
So you walk up to this gate, the hum of Carmistry buzzing faintly in the air. But then along one of the walls, you spot something you didn't notice before, a door. A sign reads employees only. So do you want to keep checking out the gate or do you want to go to the employees only?
I'm gonna go to the employees only.
That's very Hugo of you. It's
He
almost
would.
like you wrote him.
uh, that's absolutely what he would do. Okay, you've always wanted to see what was back here. Hugo checks the handle. Surprisingly, it's not locked. As he steps inside, the door shuts behind him. Darkness surrounds him. To one side, Hugo spots the faint outline of what looks like a fuse box, but it's completely dead. What should you do? Hmm. Uh,
Hmm. Hmm. I
uh,
smell danger.
I,
Hmm.
I feel like, okay, if we're being real right now, like I think he should stay away from the fuse box, but knowing him, he probably would go to the fuse box.
Yeah,
So
he should check it out just to see, you
okay.
know.
All right, so we're gonna inspect the fuse box.
Okay, we've got another roll here. So the
Oh,
fuse box is simple, karmistry powered. It looks like you can give it some of your own karma to bring the lights back on. So this is kind of a tough roll. We've had some pretty easy rolls to start. So
this is a really
uh,
tough roll. Yeah, this one. So his Hugo's willpower is +2. So
mhm.
let's see how that plays out. Okay, everyone blow on it. Everyone blow on it. All right, I
That
got.
was
Oh
for
my
luck.
god! Now I've got COVID. Thanks. Great. Thank all of you.
That
All right, here
joke's
we go.
not old.
All right, here we go. Ready? Come on. Big money, big money, big money. Hold on, I lost it. 16. That was okay.
No
All right.
way.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. We got lucky. All right. So he was successful.
Okay.
So
So the fuse box pulses with energy. Then click, the lights in the hallway snap on, flooding the space with a sharp, sterile glow.
okay. We
Okay, so
continue.
now he can see the hall better. So why don't you read this part, RC?
Okay. Let's continue. Okay, the hall. With the lights on, Hugo sees a long tiled hallway with a dark metal door at the far end. As he steps forward, a soft whirling sound rises from beneath his feet. And yes, he has both his shoes on. I saw that question.
Finally.
Yes, he does have both his shoes. The tiled floor begins just ahead. Something feels different here, though. Hugo feels pulled toward the door at the end of the hall. What should he do? Uh, I don't know. This just sounds like trouble to me. It sounds like trouble. But he's so curious though that I feel like he's going to
Hmm.
inspect either one of these things.
Okay.
I don't know, Ella.
Well, he's heard a sound from beneath his feet, but the hallway itself is kind of eerie. So, what do you think that he would be most drawn to first?
I think Well, if he's hearing things from the hall, I think he's pretty smart, and I think that he would be obviously worried about something with the tiles. I think maybe
Hmm.
I think he'd be like, hey, let me go check. I think he's not going to press his luck in this case.
Okay.
I think he's going to go inspect the hall.
Inspect the hall or inspect the tiles?
The hall.
Okay, the hall.
Okay, so let's go inspect the hall. We're going with entity suggestion. You glance around the hallway, scowling, and Hugo wonders if there's something there. Technique threshold 8. So I got to roll again. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Hugo's technique is 3, so it's +3. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We'll blow on it again because that was good luck. Here.
I
Okay.
infused it with bad luck this time.
Okay. Oh,
No, I'm just
great.
kidding.
Okay. 4. So we got set. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. You're awful. I can't do that with you anymore. Okay. So he failed, right?
Yeah.
So failed. You don't spot anything. Maybe Hugo's not the best at noticing stuff. Still, it feels like he's missing something. Okay, so we're going to go to the hall.
So what does he want to do now? Does he want to try again or does he want to inspect the tiles?
What do you guys think? Should we go to the door or inspect the tiles? I'll let you pick. Now I actually have Joe. That's funny. That's really funny. Oh my gosh, that's funny. What do you guys think? I'll let you pick. Ella, tell me what you think what they want me to do.
Right now they're just mad at me.
They're mad at you.
J Dragon, if you're in a situation like this where you can go back, you can re-roll. You can try again. So he could inspect the hall again if he wanted to.
Do you want me to
Tiles, says Maple. Door.
give me a consensus? What do you think?
Tiles, says Moose.
All right, shall we go tiles?
I guess so. I think that, if he hears something, you think he's going to be reckless enough to just keep going?
Yes.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? But I got to do
Yeah.
it in character.
Yeah, what would Hugo do? I'm asking you as Hugo. What would Hugo do?
He would inspect the tiles.
Okay. Inspect the tiles.
Okay, so he's gonna go inspect the tiles. All right. Hugo crouches down and peers at the tiles, careful not to touch them. Function threshold 5. All right, so we got to roll again. So his function is 1. So let's hope that I don't have it. You are not blowing on this dice. I am just.
Okay, fine.
All right. Okay.
I alternate between good and bad luck, so it would have been good
Yeah.
luck.
Sure. Okay. 20. 20. Natural.
20.
Okay, so we're successful.
You're successful. So you go down and you study the tiles closely, but nothing seems out of the ordinary. Just regular floor tiles. Probably.
All right. We go back to the hall. Okay, so now obviously we need to go to the door, right? Because we've done these two. Or did we fail at
Well, you
inspecting the hall?
failed. You failed inspecting the hall.
Shall we try again inspecting the hall?
Hey, what would Hugo do?
Hugo does not, he's hard-headed, so he wouldn't give up. So we're going to go back and inspect the hall again. I don't think he's not going to give up that easy.
Okay,
so
try
roll
again. He's looking at the hallway. He can't see anything. He's looking at the tiles. He can't see anything. He's looking at the hall again one more time, just in case.
Joe,
What does he see?
Joe's like 20 wasted on nothing. That's funny. All right, here we go. Wait, 6, and his technique is 3, so he just barely passes it.
Just barely.
Okay,
Successful.
so he finally successful. Okay. At first, nothing seems unusual, but then you notice the ceiling lights. They're placed oddly, casting light on specific tiles below. Could be something, could be nothing. What will you do? Oh, these look dangerous, bro. These look dangerous. I don't walk on an unlit tile or walk on a lit tile. Oh, these are dangerous. Okay. He's going to walk on a lit tile.
On a lit one?
Yeah.
Okay. You step onto a lit tile, and nothing happens. But then the unlit tiles around you drop open, revealing a pit of spikes below. You don't even want to imagine what would have happened if you had chosen wrong. The next lit tile is a little further ahead. Now that you know the danger, what will you do?
Um
So it was good that you kept going, that you were bullheaded about it, because
yeah.
if you had walked across, Hugo would
Okay.
be ground meat.
Oh, okay. Should all right, what should we do? You guys want me to jump to the next tile? Should I jump to the next one or should Hugo go back to the arcade lobby? What do you guys think?
There's time to walk away.
He can totally walk away. What do you guys think Hugo would do?
I think you guys know what Hugo would do.
Jacoby, what do you think, man? Jacoby knows. What would Hugo do? We're gonna put it in Jacoby's hands. I like passing responsibility to others, so I don't
Right.
so I don't have to take accountability.
Maple says that'd be one way not to get into Wolfgang. Low, bro.
Oh.
Low.
Oh, okay. Nikki is saying next tile. Should we go next tile? Okay. We're going to go next one. Here we go.
You leap to the next lit tile, but stumble. Your legs hit an unlit one, and the floor drops out beneath you. You barely manage to grab the edge of one of the safe tiles dangling above the spike pit. You try to pull yourself up with all your strength or tap into your karmistry, willpower, or agility threshold.
So I can use my karmistry here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he can use like his gravity manipulation to go over?
Yep.
Can I do that?
And
Okay.
in fact, there's something that says that you can add like +2 to your roll if you're using like karmistry. You only get a couple per game. This seems like one that would be worth it.
Okay, so I'm going to use it here. And do I add it on top of my agility and
Or your willpower.
or my willpower? Okay.
Yeah.
So he's got agility 4, so I'm adding it to his agility.
Okay. Yeah.
So he's got +6, right?
Yep. So he basically automatically passes that.
He already passes it, right? So I don't have to roll. Okay.
Yep.
See? All that running around with that big Taurus around his neck has paid off. Okay. So successful. So proud.
So
of Okay, good.
I'm proud of you. Why don't you read this one?
So successful. You summon your strength and your abilities, and Hugo pulls himself up just in time. He hops across the last few lit tiles and reaches the doorway, heart pounding. That was close. What will Hugo do now? Well, I think we gotta. What?
Well, I think that we've got to end the demo.
Oh, we gotta end
right
the demo.
here.
Oh, okay. We gotta end the demo.
We don't get
okay.
to see what's behind the door today.
Okay.
All that work.
All that work.
You'll have to go see for yourself what's behind the door.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers. I was waiting for her to call it. Oh, I guess you'll have to get the game and find out what happens with it. That was fun though. That was fun having you guys play along. If you do want to get this game, you can get it at our online. I think it's to our Gumroad store. You just go to shop.fluxdestiny.com. You can see it down below, and you can go get this game. So and have your own adventures with it. We've had a bunch of people already do it, and it's a fun. There's so many different like traps that you can fall into, or fun successful outcomes that you can have. So that was awesome. All right, well, Ella, back to let me get Hugo off the screen here.
I'm gonna be really big again, aren't I? I'll like back away.
It's
back
okay.
away
It's totally fine. I don't know why it's doing Okay, so that was fun. So now, did you guys? I hope you all had a good time with that one. That was fun to do together. So now what are we? We're gonna do the we're gonna close
I
out with the
think
trailer.
I think we're going to close out the trailer. Before we close out, though, we should just say thank you guys for coming to this mini con. Thank you for all of our new subscribers to YouTube and all of our new friends here, those that have joined our Discord or are going to join our Discord today. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for supporting us. We've got so many offerings and things that are out there right now. We've got our Patreon, commissions, Cosmo's birthday thing. There's so much going on. So, follow us on all of our socials and get ready for the manga. Flux Fantasy gets its time in the spotlight, but the manga is coming out at a rapid pace. So make sure you are keeping an eye out for that. And yeah, I think that's all I have. RC,
Okay.
you want to?
Yeah, and be sure when you join the Patreon, you also get you can even join it at the free tier. There's all sorts of cool free stuff, stuff that you can get as part of the free tier. Especially, you get to join our exclusive Patreon live streams once a month if you're on the free tier. So it's a great way to kind of check things out and see what's going on. And like she said, go join the Discord now because it's after this event it'll close, and you'll have to actually buy something or buy a Discord pass to get in. So this is your chance to get in the last moments of the Flux Fantasy Fest. Okay, so with no further ado,
Wait,
Ellie,
wait, wait. One thing, real quick. Headphone warning. You're gonna want to turn down your uh your computer or your headphones or whatever just a little bit. You don't need to hear anything. It's just some music. But it blasts pretty. It's pretty hardcore. We're like rocking out. So just before anybody complains about the sound, I wanted to say that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead,
actually, I
Nico.
was about to say that too. So I'm glad
Oh,
you
sorry,
said
sorry,
that.
sorry.
No, 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 it's fine. I'm glad because I wanted to be sure that didn't happen because we had that happen one time with our with the other stuff. At the end, do you want to come back at the end to? We'll come back at the end. She'll make a few comments about the little project,
Yeah.
and then we will close out Flux Fantasy Fest MiniCon. So, ready? All right,
Yep. I'm
here we
ready.
go. 3, 2, 1. Cute, right? That was fun, right? Um, I hope you guys got to that. So you want to tell them a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this was just a very, very brief trailer of we are starting our new YouTube series, which features Hugo himself and Marco, and they are going to be explaining to people the Flux Destiny lore. And he is going to be, he's going to be doing stuff, and he's voice acting, and he's going to be there, and they're going to have this big long series about Flux Destiny lore and all things going on. And we just thought it would be a fun way that instead of RC and I always getting up here and talking, that you could get it straight from the source, and that Hugo himself could tell you about Flux Destinies and the world of Fortuna with his buddy Marco, and the two of them are going to have this great long series, and it's going to be very fun and very cool. And
And
yeah, that's
what's so cool? Well,
that's what's
and
going on.
what's so cool about it is that it's other characters are going to come in. It's all going to be voice acted, so you're going to see you're going to hear the characters. You're going to have, and we have a lot of offshoots that are going to come from this. We have some stuff that we're going to be working on where you can ask questions, and the characters will end up answering your questions. So in their voice, and so we've got all sorts of character-based stuff that's going to be happening as a result of it. So it's pretty cool. Pretty excited. Should I play it one more time? It was so short. I feel like I should
One
play
more
it
time. One more
one more
time.
time. Okay, we're gonna play it one more time. Okay, and then we'll close out. Here we go. this one? Okay, that's all you get. That's all you get for now. But there's all these. It's really cool. We have all this great art that's been created for all this, and we're really excited about it. Um, thank you guys so much. It's been a fun. Like I hope you guys have enjoyed this like mini con that we've done. We're gonna do them every month between the big Flux Fantasy Fest, and it's all part of the keeping the community together, giving you guys fun stuff to do. The world out there is rough. There's all this stuff happening. Like we need sometimes a place to escape and just be creative and like lose yourself in a story, or have fun with your own OCs. If you're new to the community, what's really cool is that Flux Destiny OCs actually interact with each other on social media. Hugo has his own social media account and he responds to other Flux OCs. So it's fun to kind of create your own and get involved in that community, and that spills over into our Discord, where people live in their through their characters, and it's just a lot of fun. And we have a really fun, supportive community in there who is just all things Flux. So I hope you guys join that. Ella, thank you. Let me make sure I'm looking at the right way. Okay, this way. Thank you, Ella. I keep looking the wrong way because you're on this side of my screen, so I look this way. So thank you, Ella, for everything you did to set this up and for this awesome game that you put together. And thank you guys for all the support. We get so much support from you guys who buy our artwork and our game passes and support our Patreon. We've grown dramatically on Patreon over the past couple months, thanks to you guys who've been joining and supporting. We also do. I also do art lessons. I have one-on-one art classes. So if you're interested in learning how to draw or to improve your own style and skills, you can join the tiers for the classes. I have one-on-ones and I also have group classes. So you can check those out on there as well. And thank you guys who've also, get involved in the raffles we do, the art auctions and everything. All that helps support our studio as we continue to grow this. I hope you'll check out the game nights that we do, and that you'll check out the core rulebook, because we put a lot of effort into putting together this RPG. And it's all meant so that you can have fun with meet people, grow your OC, and tell stories and have fun in the meantime. But with that, I declare Flux Fantasy Fest May Minicon officially closed. Hope you guys have a great night. Ella, you too. You deserve a lot of sleep tonight, so I hope you get some sleep.
Thank you.
And
I will.
and thank you guys. I hope you had a good time, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.